generation, I was waiting to shine. My father taught me don't be soft, so now I'm taking what's mine. I define myself as ambitious, young, black, and gifted. Masterpiece, my masterpiece, that mean I don't got no limits. Bout it, I doubt it. My homies know you ain't ride it. We break you down like a pound. I got it, don't pound it surround me. I'm corrupted, flow cold and it's rugged, bump it. What is up? I'm ready for war. You got to love it like black, yeah. And it feel like, yeah. All day like, yeah. All night like, yeah. Whole squad like, what? And it feel like, yeah. All day like, yeah. All night like, what? Whole squad like, yeah. And it feel like, yeah. All day like, yeah. All night like, yeah. Whole squad like, yeah. And it feel like, yeah. All day like, yeah. All night like, yeah. You don't want problems. You don't want smoke, dog. You don't want problems. Yeah, you don't want problems. You don't want smoke, dog. You don't want problems. Yeah, you don't want problems. You don't want smoke, dog. You don't want problems. No, I said you don't want problems. You don't want smoke, dog. You don't want.
Just off Lakeshore Drive, nestled next to Lake Michigan, that's where you find historic Soldier Field in the great city of Chicago, Illinois. Just a short time ago, this crowd loud enough to shake the foundations of this nearly century-old building. They are ready for football indeed in Chicago as their guys get set to do battle with the Green Bay Packers. With fall around the corner, football is back, America, and we're underway on EA Sports.
Here we go, here we go, here we go. Green 18. 59. Let's go, defense. Green 18.
They'll go with their leading rusher from a season ago. This is Aaron Jones. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. They get Elton Jenkins, a second-rounder from Mississippi State. They're backed up here with a 1st and 20 now after the holding penalty. Rodgers now to throw. Man open, that's Marquez Valdez-Scantling. It's a gain of 9 yards, and that'll bring up a 2nd and 11.
Nothing fancy on first down, but a very consistent type of a play. Hit that slant. A lot of people call it an extension of the running game, and it can be if that pass is completed, because you hit a guy on the run like that, he often can go for big yardage.
Sets him up nicely for 2nd down, staying ahead of schedule. There's a throw over the middle. It's taken in by his tight end. 16 yards, a 1st down.
A gain of 16 yards.
I do believe we'll see a little bit more of this as this game progresses, because when you can have that type of a gain in the middle of the defense, it hurts them in so many ways, because most teams like to be strong down the middle. And if you can sting them there, that opens things up for you on the outside as well.
That's where he, their big tight end, is so good, that middle third, the seam routes, the in routes. Yeah, you're right. Probably see more of that.
Yeah, it takes a lot of courage and fortitude to go in the middle as well, and he's got it.
The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4.
Check, 59. So the 50, hey, you block over here.
The third-year back from BYU, Jamal Williams with a carry. And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a 1st down.
Yeah, once more, strong running, excellent blocking at the point of attack. They've got a nice little drive brewing right here.
So into Bear territory now. This is 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. Here's Rodgers to throw. This one to the right, caught by Valdez-Scantling. A good-looking drive for the Packers so far. It's a first down.
Well, he's looking sharp right from the get-go here. Tough division. They needed this kind of a start. But I think this is part of where scripting comes in. We always hear about the scripting of plays, how they're going to be called. Everyone dress rehearses their script, and right now they're following it to a T.
And for that opening drive, so part of the script still to come, right, partner?
Yeah, no doubt about it. We've got a ways to go with that, but you can tell that they worked on the script the entire week in practice, and it's paying off for them.
Brings up 2nd and 9 at the 36-yard line.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. From the gun, it's Rodgers. And this is caught. I think he got that with one hand. That one good for 26 and a first down. How about the start throwing the football? 4 for 4 on this opening drive.
Oh, he's slinging it. And oftentimes when you talk about slinging it, you're thinking about a guy throwing it all over the yard, not necessarily accurately. In this case, though, he's honing in on his targets, and he's delivering.
Yeah, the opening script, however, they drew it up for this first drive, going to plan so far. And Rodgers is going to go down. He's sacked.
Well, that was point-counterpoint, wasn't it? They decided to throw for it on 1st and goal. Instead, the defense counters with pressure, and the defense wins, getting a big sack.
First down, a bit of a disaster, and now on 2nd and goal, back even further. Rodgers with a give. It's Aaron Jones. And they get to him quickly here as he stopped right around the 13. Only a couple yards there, and that's going to set up a long 3rd and goal. Driven it down the field nicely here on the opening drive, but now it's put up or shut up.
No doubt about it, because to make that type of a drive and ultimately kick a field goal would feel very disappointing. But I'm just wondering, is the head coach thinking, is this 4-down territory? Might he go for it?
This has been a long drive. You got to figure a field goal would be a letdown. Can they convert now on 3rd and goal? Shotgun now for Rodgers. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he showed off the athletic juke. Good little gain there. Not a whole lot of real estate, but a nice carry. So on now for the Packers at their all-time leading scorer, Mason Crosby. From the right hash here, should be an easy one. And the 12-year veteran knocks it right through. Well, all offseason, probably a lot of thought goes into that first drive of Week 1. They didn't get the touchdown, but at least they got something.
And what I like about it is that they didn't overthink it, because you're exactly right. A lot goes into the offseason, the preseason, to get to that first drive of the regular season. They went right downfield, mission accomplished, points on the board.
Let's go. Their own 27-yard line.
Trubisky brings the Bears up 1st and 10 at their own 27. Throwing here, Trubisky. And the hook up here to Allen Robinson. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45. An excellent way to start the drive there, 18 yards. The big play to start him out has him at the 45 already. They'll run with a 3rd-year man. This is Tariq Cohen. And this will be taken across midfield and into Green Bay territory. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1.
Brings up 2nd and 1 at the Packers' 45-yard line.
From the 45 on 2nd down. Trubisky, pressure, and he's going to be taken down. They sack him back right around the 44. Dean Lowry in there to bury him for a loss of 11. After that sack we just saw, Trubisky and the Bears deal with a 3rd and long. On 3rd down, Trubisky finding Gabriel, complete. And this is going to result in another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Packers' 37. Catch number 100 for his career right there, and it's good enough to keep the chains moving. And this should be the final play before the quarter ends. They'll throw on 1st down with Trubisky to Gabriel, middle of the field. 3-0 after 1 on EA Sports. Back in Chicago, ready for the 2nd quarter. It's the Bears in possession as they are looking at a 2nd down and 6 coming up. 4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6.
Check, nickel. Check. Alert. General West.
They'll run on 2nd down with Cohen. And he's got this pretty close to a 1st down as the tackle is made at the Packers' 29.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
Let's pick it up. It's our time, guys. Let's get off the field.
On 3rd and short, they'll try option left. Now they'll run it with Cohen. There he goes, left side. And he is in. Touchdown, Chicago. Tariq Cohen, 29 yards. And the Bears have taken the lead. The extra point splits the uprights, and that makes it a 7-3 lead. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Fielded about a yard deep. And the decision to come out is going to cost him 5 as he's taken down right at the 20. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shop field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. Throwing now is Rodgers. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. A gain of 13. It's a 1st down.
We always talk about having to read defenses and how complicated that is. Well, this was an excellent read. Read the pressure and got rid of the football before it even got to him for a nice game.
And when they're blitzing like that, running back usually a good spot to go with a football?
Without a doubt, because he's right in your sight line or he's near you. So you're able to just get it to him easily. And once he gets in space, that's usually a good matchup for him.
Now a 1st down carry by Jones. And he'll scratch out only about a yard up to the 32.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run.
So don't say nothing. Man, that's trash. That's trash.
Working from the gun, Rodgers. And this is caught. It's Jimmy Graham. And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49. It's a pickup of 17 and a 1st down.
And a Packer 1st down.
Rodgers will bring him up to the line, 1st and 10. And he's completed all 7 of his passes thus far. Shotgun now for Rodgers. Got an open man. It's Valdez-Scantling. And he's got this down to the 35. Another strong gain on the last two plays. They've moved it a combined 33 yards. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. They go back to the ground with Jones. Oh, and now he bowls him over. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up. Nice job there defensively to clamp down because really they've been on their heels this drive.
Agreed, and they really needed that one for confidence, just to feel a little bit better. But I don't know if I would be daunted by them stopping me on one run. This drive has gone pretty well. I could come right back at them.
6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down.
It's a game of matchups, and that's why you take your receivers and move them around a bunch, especially your best guys. And when they work out of the slot, you often hear the coaches talk about how great it is because it gives you a two-way go. You can break out or you can break in. That makes it hard to defend.
Here's Rodgers. He's got his man, Valdez-Scantling. And he's going to have another 1st down as the tackle's made here at the Bears' 12-yard line.
It's a gain of 17 yards.
And when you're playing a quarterback with some experience and some moxie, you enter the danger zone when you decide to blitz him because if he's able to diagnose as he did on that play, he can hurt you downfield.
He reads defenses so well, doesn't he?
He really does, and the best part about that play for him, I don't think that was his primary target.
I don't think so either.
I think he had the read, figured out where the blitz was coming from, and went to a secondary target for a really nice game.
At the 10-yard line.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
Let's go.
Now it's Rodgers. That is caught at the 7-yard line. And he gets halfway home from the 10 to the 5 on a pickup of 5. 5 yards on the pickup, and all of a sudden here it's 3rd down. 2 minutes to play in this first half. 7-3 our score. A reminder coming up at halftime, it's the season debut of the coach, Jonathan Coachman, in Orlando, as we look ahead to all the action coming up this opening weekend. And of course, we'll also take a look back at this first half.
58, Mike. I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you. 58, right over there. Right over there.
Rodgers going to try and throw on 3rd down. Touchdown, Packers. Trevor Davis there to make the grab. And once again, the Packers, they're back out in front. And down near the goal line here, they're able to throw it in.
And the key word, quick. Quick hitter. Out of his hands fast, into the receiver's hands even faster.
Extra point up and good by Crosby. And the lead is now 10-7. Now after the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And they had to wait a long time to get the football back. Probably not what you were hoping for when you got an offense that's humming.
Agreed, what you were looking for.
Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked up by the linebacker, Raekwon McMillan. And he's going to take this one back to the 37-yard line. And he may want to track down that football because that's interception number 1 on his career.
You're saying that's going into the trophy case?
I'd put it there.
Yeah, no doubt about it. That's when you ask the equipment guys to make sure they hold it for you after the game. But if you play in the back 7 on defense, that's part of your job, finding ways to take the ball away from the other team.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. And they try to sweep to Jones. And he still has yet to get on track in this first half as they're going to stop him behind the line. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 12 at the
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. Rodgers going to throw. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
It is tough to complete passes against zone defenses. The windows that you see open, they shrink pretty rapidly. How about being able to hit a moving target against a zone before the next guy can get there and make a play on the ball?
Not easy for any quarterback, no matter the situation, and there the defense won the battle. The Packers on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd down and 12. Here's Rodgers, operating from the gun. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Akeem Hicks at 6'5", 332 finds his way home for the sack. Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. On is the punt team now as this one's sent away.
The Bears take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And now with still more than a minute to go in what's been a tight game, you figure we'll try to see them move the ball downfield.
And remember, they get the kickoff to start the second half, so this is a golden opportunity for them to go down there and put up a couple of sixes back-to-back. What a momentum swing that would be.
Yeah, you might be able to get a 2-for-1 without ever even giving up the football.
180!
This time, Trubisky will throw. And the Packers give him nowhere to go, and they bring him down. That sack came from the corner. On the corner blitz, it was Josh Jackson.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
After that sack we just saw, Trubisky and the Bears deal with a 3rd and long. And he's going to go down right near the goal line. The officials look at each other. They're going to mark him at the 1-yard line. Here's Pat O'Donnell now. And no room for error here as his first punt comes from deep in his own end zone. So we have hit halftime of the 2019 opener from Chicago. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, thank you, sir. A field goal separates these two teams as we come back for this second half. We'll see if Week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this at intermission?
Typically, what they're doing is emphasizing the things that went well in the first half and wanting more of that. Sure, you've got to go over some of the errors and clean up some things because there's a reason you're down. But overall, I think they want to stay positive, stay up with this team. We're just starting the second half, and we've got the football. Let's go ahead and punch it in, and then we'll take it from there.
See how that recipe works. A false start backs them up 5, 1st and 15. They try again with Cohen. He wipes out the penalty yardage with a good run to get it back to 2nd and 7.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
On 2nd down, it's Cohen, and he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40. It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up 3rd down. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Raekwon McMillan. And his guys are going to take over at the 39-yard line. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
And the Packer first down.
319. 59. Cut.
They stay on the ground. This time it's Williams. Takes to midfield, but no further. Just a yard there.
Nice job by that defensive front there to hold them to a short gain on first down. Well played, I must say.
Yeah, only getting 1 yard. There was no room to run. From midfield, here's Rodgers. And he almost had it defensively. Could have been a game changer there.
Entering settings screen, you have 18 options. Menu narration option is set to off is selected.
Here in the second half, instead it's third down.
It's third down and 9 yards to go.
After an incomplete pass on second down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9.
26.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. And he's got his man on the out route. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or two shy of the 30. That'll put him close to 100 yards receiving. He's at 98, and he's got a first down.
First down, Green Bay.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. On the delay, Jones. And he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on first down. Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the third quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
Ready? Check 52. Back north. Check 30.
On 2nd and 11 now. Rodgers. Blitz coming, and down he goes. That's sacked by Khalil Mack. Well, they go play fake. The problem is nobody was faked out.
And when no one's faked out, what's the end result? Quarterback gets hit.
Rodgers now, after the sack, he'll lead the pack up on 3rd and long.
You gonna see me? 59 mark, 59 mark. Check, 59. Hey, 88.
Throwing is Rodgers. And unable to connect, incomplete. Now give them credit, they took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. Well, looking at it from a defensive perspective, that keeps the deficit very, very manageable. You know, all things considered, not a bad job on the defensive side.
I would say that you've pointed out something pretty good right there, and that is you actually have both sides happy with that exchange. You know, happy in quotes, of course. One team, hey, we've kept it within range. The other side saying, hey, we put points on the board and did stretch out the lead. Let's see how this one turns out.
Yeah, still bottom line, though. 3 points for the opening drive of the third quarter. Trubisky brings the Bears up 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. They begin the drive on the ground with Cohen. Space to maneuver at the 40. And down right around the 37. A big pickup of 38.
Sometimes those lines that are drawn on a grease board or in a playbook, they come to life out on the field, don't they? And we just saw that outside handoff to the right.
That right tackle, he gets excited for that call, doesn't he?
He does, because he just wants to dominate his guy and say, listen, I was the point of attack. I took care of business. That's why you were able to get downfield and add all those yards to your total.
Yeah, really nice gain there. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. Add this gain to the last one, and they moved the ball over 50 yards in 2 plays.
First and 10 at the 24-yard line.
The former Gamecock here. This is Mike Davis. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10. Looked like he was trying to bounce it outside, but no success.
Yeah, sometimes you got to just figure out where you're going to go, and sometimes you just have to take it to another spot. In trying to get it outside, the defensive pursuit was there and just ran him down.
And this is Gabriel on the catch. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. 19 yards the pickup there. Move the chains.
Slant route's effective no matter who's running the route and catching the ball. But when you have a receiver of that stature, you have to be a little bit more precise throwing it. You don't have the same catch radius with the bigger targets.
This is Cohen. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Chicago. Tariq Cohen. Already his 2nd touchdown here in this opening weekend. And now they can recapture the lead if they can make the PAT. Extra point right down the middle. And that will put them on top here in the third. 14, Packers 13. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This will be taken in at the 1. And good starting field position. He'll get this one all the way up to about the 35-yard line. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so.
The kickers in today's game are so good and so skilled and hit from distances that we almost start to take them for granted. And we can't do that. That's a long field goal that they got 3 points out of. They've got to feel good about that, and they better make sure they love him up because he's helped them out.
Yeah, now we'll see if that offense can put 6 on the board here. We'll see.
Get ready. Get ready.
They'll go again to Jones. He's got the first down and more past midfield. And they're able to swarm him behind the line, and his rough night continues. 23 yards the pickup there.
First down, Packers.
Now this will probably be the last play of the quarter.
Watch the screen. Watch the screen.
1 quarter remains here in this Thursday night matchup. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Aaron Rodgers, 3 fourth-quarter comebacks last year. That's the most he's had in one season in his entire career, and he's going to need another one right now.
Check, 59. Hey, watch the slant.
Rodgers now on first down. Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Adams. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. Another good gain. That's now 35 yards combined on those last 2 plays. Rodgers now 14 out of 17, 82%, and it's 1st and 10. Out of the shotgun, it's Jones. And he'll fight forward maybe to the line of scrimmage, but that's all. Big Eddie Goldman there on the tackle.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. To throw is Rodgers. From the gun, he'll throw. The left side throw complete to Adams. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Bears 14. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
Rodgers now 5 straight completions here in this second half. 1st and 10. Out of the pistol to give to Jones. And he'll find his way down right around the 12. Tackle made there by Bilal Nichols.
Well, you know that old expression, it's not my night? It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
And every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Now Rodgers. And he'll go down. Brought down at the 20-yard line. Akeem Hicks able to drop him that time for his 2nd sack of the evening. Rodgers now, after the sack, he'll lead the pack up on 3rd and long.
Let's go, team.
Operating from the gun, Rodgers. And is it a touchdown? No signal. No, they say incomplete.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And, look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually, that becomes man on man, and you've got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
So the drive here ends with a field goal. It does give them the lead, but this one's still certainly a long ways from over.
It definitely puts a lot of pressure on your defense to hold the lead, right? They're happy to have it and happy to be out there trying to do so. But I know as a former player, in the back of their mind, they're thinking, why don't you score the touchdown and seal this thing?
And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And that last drive, it was all about the ground game, ground and pound.
And I don't care how we're playing the game these days.
Pressure from his right, and he goes down hard, flat on his back. Kyler Fackrell, credit him with a sack, and it goes as a loss of 6. Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing 2nd and a bundle. Now Trubisky to throw. Open man, Taylor Gabriel. And they work this well upfield across the 45. A gain there of 30 big ones.
That could very well be a defining play in this game. A touchdown, that gives them the lead, and they took a major step towards getting there with that big play right there.
The big play has them all the way out near midfield for a 1st and 10. Now it's Trubisky. Open man is Trey Burton. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20.
There are so many things to watch for when you play defense. And reading your keys, you always hear about that, and having your eyes in the right place. Sometimes your eyes can fool you. How about that play action there? It sprang the big guy, didn't it?
Able to dump it over the top to him. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. First down, a run with Cohen. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4. The Packers going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter. Six yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. This one left side caught by Patterson. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up 3rd down.
I thought that wasn't a bad time to call the screen. I thought late game, down on the scoreboard, had to figure they were expecting a pass downfield.
Yeah, so the edge rushers, they're coming. That could have hit big. You're right. Good recognition defensively to snuff that one out. This is 3rd and 2. Maybe the biggest play in this football game. Davis, he'll try to run for it. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. 14 yards into Chicago, 1st down.
Some big plays in the passing game on this drive, and here's one out of the running game. So the passing game loosening things up. Now there's room to roam.
Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. Now a fake on the give here as they try the run pass option. And he takes this one in for a Bears touchdown. Tariq Cohen with now 3 Week 1 touchdowns. And the Bears have once again taken the lead. Point after, right down the middle. And the lead is up to 5. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone. And he will be brought down here at about the 17-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 17-yard line.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And last time able to get 3. It's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of the drive.
They'll take it. I like the way you've described it. Not ideal, but they'll take it. Anything to put some points on the board. But this time on offense, they don't even want to see the field goal kicker trot on the field. They want that ball in the end zone.
Yeah, they'll be going for 6. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down.
Hey, here we go. Mike 59. Mike 59. Here we go. Look, we're doing it. Check. We're going to do it.
Now Rodgers throwing again. Drops it to Jones in the flat. We've got a 1-score game with inside of 2 minutes remaining. So it's Packer football here as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. Rodgers finding Adams for a Packer first.
Partner, they're clearly saving those timeouts, but they still have to work with some urgency to put themselves in the right position.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. On the toss, here's Williams. And they take him down, losing yardage back at the 27. It's a loss of 4 there, bringing up 2nd down.
It's a little bit different size than they're used to seeing in Chicago, playing the middle linebacker position. But undersized or not, his speed is absolutely overwhelming. And when he arrives with a thump. The city of broad shoulders loves Roquan Smith.
319, 59.
Now Rodgers. He's going to let it fly. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. It's Clinton Dix with a pick.
And that one, it's going to hurt big time. You're in the 2-minute drill trying to get your guys down the field, and it's looking like they're going to go just short, as this is definitely not his best throw. And it'll wind up being intercepted.
Now a run on 1st down is not going to get off the ground as they will get him behind the line of scrimmage for a loss of 3. I guess the simple question, why not just take a knee there?
I don't understand either why you would take any sort of a chance. We've seen it happen in the game of football. Doesn't matter whether you watch high school, college, or the NFL. Some people get a little greedy.
Accelerating, and off he goes. The 40, past the 20. And he's across for the touchdown. And in the final minute, that should just about seal it. He's been having a great game, and that one right there, his best run so far, and it ends with 6 points.
And not only that, in his mind, what is he thinking? Can I get to 200 yards as well? Because he knows he's closing in on it. He may not know the exact number, but the best runners have a feel of what the yardage is that they're compiling, and he knows that he's getting close to that 200-yard mark now.
This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone.
Let's go, let's go.
At their own 25-yard line.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window? And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off right around the 43, and he returns it into enemy territory down to the 45-yard line. The win for the Bears just around the corner. They go down to a knee. The win for the Bears just around the corner. They go down to a knee. Well, my friend, for the players, it's good for them to get that first game under their belts. For you and I, that first Thursday night game, also good for us to get that under our belts, wasn't it?
It was no longer preseason. We were into the regular season, the first game of the year. And, you know, all eyes were watching this when everyone was excited that football was back.
And it's just special. You could just feel it. It's so good to have the pigskin back out there. It'll be crisp fall weather before we know it.
You got that right, but I love the build-up to it, right? All day long anticipating it, and then we got here and we saw a game, the first game of the year. Let's keep going.
So for the Bears, that'll be a happy locker room as they start this season 1-0. And now they'll get the weekend off as they get a little extra time to prepare to face the Denver Broncos. Meanwhile, for the Packers, they go down to defeat here in the opener. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves.